Coming off the SAC title, first since 2010 for this Concordia team, just how big of a moment was this for you?
It was very nerve-wracking, but I was so excited. It was one of my best records of 18 holes this season, and so that was really exciting. But we played with great girls. I couldn't complain any bit about yesterday or Saturday.
Yeah, you mentioned this was one of your best matches for you personally. What was that atmosphere like on Saturday when you realized that Concordia was going to get the SAC title?
It was very nerve-wracking. It took forever to get all the scores in, but so we just sat there just watching every girl come in and write down their scores, but it was so exciting, and it was so just, I can't express how much excitement I had when they announced that we won.
Well, Addy, I mean, for you being one of these two seniors for this team, how much of a leadership perspective have you provided, especially for some of these younger girls on this varsity team?
I hope a lot. I mean, I've been on this team for 4 years, ever since I was a freshman. It was really cool to see all the seniors before me and then try and fill that role for what they did for me, for these girls now. We don't have any freshmen on the varsity team, but we did have a freshman on the JV team, and so I hope I just made as much of an impact on any one of the girls here that they did for me when I was coming in.
Well, Addy, how do you keep this rolling forward as you got sectionals on deck this Friday?
I'm just going to keep pushing through. I really hope yesterday's practice went very well, so I'm really excited to see how Friday goes. Just keep it calm, cool, and collected, and hope for the best.
Cailyn, you take a look back on Saturday. Just how big of a moment was it for this team to win their first SAC title since 2010?
It was a really big moment for everybody. Last year, we struggled because Snyder and Dwenger both had really good teams with strong seniors, and it just empowered us and motivated us to come out stronger this year.
Addy and Coach Pease kind of mentioned that it was a long day on Saturday, but what was that moment like when you realized that you beat Bishop Dwenger by 6 strokes?
It wasn't necessarily a relief, but it was just like butterflies in the stomach. Everybody was so excited, and it was just a moment that you're never going to forget.
Without a doubt, you look at this team, you're one of 2 seniors on this varsity lineup. How have you tried to provide some leadership for some of these younger players this season?
Golf is a rough game. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. So as a senior, being a leader, you're just trying to encourage your team. After a bad hit, you got the next one, don't worry about it, don't dwell on it. You're on to a great hit in the future.
No, wise words right there. And you take a look on Friday now. How do you keep this momentum rolling as you've got sectionals on deck up at Trident University?
Stay calm and stay focused. Don't stress about what's going to happen. God's got it, and you'll just do whatever you can.
Coach, I've had a few days to let this settle in. Just how proud are you of what the girls accomplished at Brookwood?
I am very proud of them. They've been working hard all year, and they actually set this goal last year at sectionals. So they've been doing what we have been asking them to do and putting the time and effort in, and it paid off.
No doubts. Let's look back on Saturday's match. What were your expectations? Well, I mean, you mentioned setting those expectations as far back as last year's sectional. How confident was this team coming in, and at what point did you feel like this SAC championship was going to be a reality?
When they totaled up the scores, because Dwenger, the span between both teams was 6 strokes. Dwenger's very, very good, and they've gotten stronger throughout the year, so we knew we weren't just going to walk on. I just told everybody to play their game, and let's have a good time. And if it was meant to be, it would be.
Looking at your team, a good mix of younger, older players with this varsity lineup. You've got 2 seniors on this year's team. How much have they provided from a leadership perspective, especially for some of the younger players throughout the course of this season?
I count on my seniors a lot. They are very level-headed, and watching the maturity through their 4 years here, it's been a blessing. And the girls do look up to them because they do lead, and they lead correctly.
No doubts. You take a look ahead to Friday now. Sectionals are on deck, which is crazy to believe as fast as this season has come. What is the mindset now? How much does this past weekend's SAC championship, how much of a confidence booster does that give this group?
Well, I'm sure it gives them a good booster. They golfed good, but I know every one of them wants to even golf a lower score Friday. We're going to go into competition. We're guessing with DeKalb and Fremont. And DeKalb is a very tough team, so we're just going to buckle down and get her done.